Hello, my name is Isabella Veri, and this is my presentation on the yod found in Judaism. Starting off, we have the function of the yod. So the yod is a ritual pointer used to follow along in the Torah as one's reading from the scrolls, and it's commonly a long rod with a small hand on the end. When reading from the Torah, the Sigin or deputy stands to the left of the person who's called up to read from the Torah, and they use it to point for the reader. And then the word yod actually means hand in Hebrew, but it can also be a word to describe something that's on the outskirts or off to the side. The material of the yod. So it's usually around 12 inches long and narrows down towards the end, often with a small hand with an index finger pointing at the end. And it's often made of silver with a gold handle. It can be made of wood. However, the preferred wood used, if it is made of wood, is an olive wood specifically from the Holy Land with an ivory handle at the end. And then the tool may also contain like inscriptions, like biblical inscriptions, or names of donors who helped craft it. We have the symbolism of the yad. So using a Torah pointer or a yad is a sign of respect for the Torah, as it should not be touched with bare hands due to its sanctity, since it's so important. The yad in its shape is also a symbol, being referred to as the mighty hand or the hand of God, kind of the idea that God is guiding the reader as they're reading the Holy Scripture. And then it's also used, the word is used as a memorial for the Jews who died during the Holocaust, with a museum being put up in Jerusalem called Yad Vashem, where it has a bunch of memorabilia of those who passed. Moving on to the history of the Yad. So Torah pointers can actually be traced back to 516 BCE to 70 CE. They've been used to read the Torah aloud in synagogues. And moving on a little later on in the Middle Ages, the yod became even more common, being shaped similar. This is where the shape came in, with a small hand or a Torah scroll, and often made of silver or metal with inscriptions on it. And then from the Renaissance period to now, the yod making continues to flourish even as Jews immigrated to the USA. The use continued, making it an essential tool within a synagogue for Torah scroll readings. So next we have the philosophy of the yod. So it's often not in the home. It can be placed as like a decoration up if someone so chooses, but it's not common to be used within the home as it's meant to be a community thing. So it's used to celebrate and sustain the beliefs of the Jews. So it's more so when everyone's gathered around and one person's reading, it's used then. It can be used in a home, but that's not the most likely time to see one. Next, we have just some references as well as my figure references, and that's all from me. Thank you so much for your time.